My words say spit. That's right. My words say spit. You know what this is? You know what this is? Back in my day, we had these things growing up that were called records. There's these round things like this. They were called records. And you could put them on a thing called a record player, and music would come out. See, but that's what this is. My words say spit. And this is another one of the first 45s I ever had. You know what this is? This is the Pointer Sisters. That's right. Fire by the Pointer Sisters. This is like one of the first 45s I ever had, back around the time I was in grade school. And you know what? You know what caused me to get this? You know why I like this record so much? Why I like this song so much is because there's a line in the song. I thought they said, "My words say spit," because this is like when I was in grade school, and I used to think it was funny to spit. Like this, you know, every child has a phase they go through where they think it's funny to spit, like on the floor and stuff. So, but actually, the real line in this song is "My words say split." But I always used to think they said "My words say spit" in this song, the Pointer Sisters. That's right. And it was written by Bruce Springsteen and performed by the Pointer Sisters. See, and I still have the picture sleeve for it. I still have the picture sleeve for it. I've had to tape up the picture sleeve a lot because it keeps falling apart, but I still have it. And it has a good flip side too. See, but that's one of the first. This is one of the first 45s I ever had when I was growing up. Around the time I was in grade school, I remember rushing home from school every day. So I could get home and listen to this record. And I remember it would come on the car radio. I remember one time we were in the car, and this song came on the radio, and I remember, and I was riding in the car, and it came on the radio, and we pulled into the driveway at home, and I said, "Don't shut the car off until they get to the part where they say my words say spit." I was insistent that they not shut the car off until I got to hear them say my words say spit, because I thought that was so funny and so cool. That's right. And this is a very. I still have it. Even in the days of Tantrum 95.7, I still use this. That's right. The song was 20 years old during the Tantrum 95.7 era. And still, sometimes we would play this. I was able to hook the turntable up to the computer and make an MP3 for it. So of course it would be automated on the computer from time to time. It's not like we played it 15 times a day or something, because you know a lot of oldie stations today play a song that's 30 years old 15 times a day. That's not how we do it. It would probably be played once every few months maybe. But yeah. So I put it back in the sleeve so it doesn't get. So it's in the sleeve so it doesn't get ruined. That's right. Fire by the Pointer Sisters. And I remember, and it almost did. I remember it almost got ruined once, because I remember it was one time in the mid-90s, the apartment that I used to have in Highland Heights, and this was like in the mid-90s. There's one morning I was listening to a big stack of 45s, and I had this out. I had them stacked up on the floor. And then upstairs, there's the people who lived on the top floor. They broke the pipes, the plumbing pipes in their apartment, because they kicked the wall real hard and it ruptured the pipes, and the water came down. The water came down and made a big puddle. It came down from their apartment and it made a big puddle on my floor in my apartment. And the fire department came. The fire department came. I mean, I didn't call the fire department or anything because I didn't think the fire department had to come. But the other neighbors called the fire department, and they came and they start stomping into my apartment with their big heavy boots and stepping on everything. So they could clean up the water. They had like this suction thing to suck the water off the ground. And they start stomping into my apartment and stepping on things and standing on things. So I'm like, no, don't stand on those records with their big heavy boots. So my records almost got ruined. But apparently I got them out of the way just in time. I was like, no, don't walk on those records, because records were not built to be walked on. They were very fragile and easily broken. So they weren't meant to be walked on or stood on by firefighters wearing big heavy boots. So they're not designed for that. They're not designed to be indestructible. So although there aren't many CDs that are going to last 30 years like this has. I've had this for 30 years. I've had this 30 years. Do you really think a CD is going to last 30 years like this has? And I don't think there's well, it's a little bit worn out because I've probably played it a lot, so it's probably kind of worn out, but it's still in playable condition. So, at least on good equipment, it's still in playable condition. So that's the story of how I guess they thought the name of the song had something to do with there being a fire in the apartment or something. But and I don't remember where I got this. I must have got it at a record store or something, or maybe like a discount, a quote discount department store or something, where they had like the records, or like Kmart used to have. Well, I don't know. I guess it was. I do know that stores like Kmart and places like that used to have they used to sell 45s, and they used to have like a ranking of the top 45s in their store. Sort of like what Casey Kasem would have. But that was probably where I got it. Something like, this was probably before the Highland Heights Kmart opened though. So it might have been like at the Newport Kmart or something. It was probably around the time that opened. Or maybe it was Woolworths. That's probably where I got it, was Woolworths. I mean, I don't remember getting it, but I do remember I got it because of that line in the song where I thought they said, "My words say spit." It was in the third verse. It was in the verse after the bridge in the song. So I just thought that was funny. My words say spit. So that's the story of the Pointer Sisters, because they were cool.